let him cook. Son, let him cook!
An amazing teacher. I love math. Thanks, Mr. Ing. Like and subscribe.
Good morning, Rebels. This is Monday, August 11th, 2025, and this is your week at a glance. Hey, integrated Math 3 students, when you fail, you don't start from zero. You start from experience. Failures is not the opposite of success. It's part of success.
It's time for game plans.
This is your world famous game plans. Week number 2, August 11th to August 15th, 2025. We're going to start a module called Module 0, basically an Algebra 2 review. And these are the things we'll be learning this week. Students will be able to simplify expressions on their lessons. So WAG means week at a glance. So this is our second week of school, so we're on WAG 2. I'm going to go through a game plan, and we got some Room 902 news and school news. We just finished 3 days of school on Friday. There are only 44 days left in the first quarter. That means we are 6% done with first quarter, and we have 93% left. Let's just say first semester, we are 3% done, and we are 1.7% done with the school year. I have progress reports due around Labor Day, so that's what we're focusing on, and I'll turn in grades officially 8 times through the semester. School year. Room 902 news. A lot of you guys turned in some work after the due date. So just because you turn in a late assignment doesn't mean I actually graded. You actually have to complete that multiplication tables, or you can look at that video called late work. And some news is 10% of your grade is going to be Alex. So if you're asking, is there any homework in class? Homework is just going to be Alex. What do you have to do for Alex? You can actually click on this link here. It'll be a video to Alex, and then the Google Slides will be in the description. Every month, you basically need to do 60 minutes of activities in Alex. That's pretty much 15 minutes a week, 3 minutes a day if you do it every day. And the first thing you'll need to do is something called a pretest. This week, I'll be giving out detentions. Every week, you have to serve those detentions by the end of the week. So you'll have to complete those by Friday, 3:33 p.m. or else they double, which means if you got one detention for being late on Tuesday, you owe a detention, you don't serve it, so that's minus. Now you have 2 detentions. I subtract 2 from 100. Now you have a participation of 98, and you cannot turn in late work unless you have 100% participation. Remember, those things are away before class starts. Hey, did you know subscribing to YouTube channel, it actually helped a student get a better grade last year, because I did a special assignment over winter break, and because they were subscribed, it also meant some student was not subscribed, didn't hear about the news, or news sometimes I give through my YouTube channel, and so they didn't know about it, and it hurt their grade. So as of Sunday, we're at 1,062 subscribers. If we get to 1125, so we only need about, 60 subscribers, I will drop your lowest quiz score for the semester and some other bonuses you can earn. Hey, we got back to school night coming up on August 18th. Mark your calendar. I love seeing old students come by. We talked about our central question. I want to talk about this numbering system. So this week we'll be on 0.1 as our first lesson. That just means in your textbook. Well, Module 0 is not in your textbook, but I've made it up to help my students, but that's the lesson. So we're on 0.1. So this is what we did last week. Monday, Tuesday were non-student days. We did a sitting chart. We didn't do this icebreaker. We did do the math story, which I did grade over the weekend. We did the school-wide safety presentations. We also did the scavenger hunt, which I told you guys I'll be grading on Monday night, and also the course readiness. These 2 assignments, it says EK for eCadence, which will take a field trip. You'll find all the instructions and how to turn it in and where to turn it in there. Friday, these 4 assignments were due, and I gave you guys a little bit of a work day, and we signed up for your bathroom passes. So if you're absent on Friday, you can come find me for that. And then this week, we're going to focus on 0.1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to be picking up this packet. And so when you click on these, anything in blue is a hyperlink. Let's go to, say, this example, this one. So let's click on this one. This is what we'll be doing in class. This is the printed packet, and then oftentimes, that's the not right video, but if you click up here, so if you ever miss the lesson, you can click up here in blue and it should bring you to that section on my YouTube channel, or you can literally type in that number 0.21 into my YouTube channel and this video should show up for you to watch that lesson. Okay, Friday, in the first 30 minutes of class, I'm going to give you guys a work time to work on 2.4s. That's your assignments for the week, which I'm going to show you in Cadence. Or you're like, you know, I did those at home. I'm going to do an optional practice quiz during that time. And then when you'll take your first quiz, it'll just be 2 questions, multiple choice, 2 questions for your response on what you learned this past week. And then you'll be scanning those packets. That's what you're going to be turning in. Okay, so let's go to eCadence. Let's go ahead and take a quick field trip here. Okay, here I'm on eCadence, the math page. This is the home page. I have a video introduction, my yearbook from last year if you want to see what students, people signed by, my YouTube channel, and my own personal website. So let's go to our modules. Let's collapse all. You guys should only see this 1 or 2 things here, the home page and then module 0. Open it up. Okay, so if you open up WAG 1, this is what we did last week. We did the math story. You should have turned it in there. Look, 2 students already turned it in after I graded it. So they're going to have to do 2 multiplication tables. Scavenger hunt and the course readiness. I said I would grade Monday night, so hurry and turn those in. You have, Monday after school to help you or during lunchtime. And then this one is new. I want you guys to do that by this Wednesday. It's called Getting to Know Mr. Ing. It's a Google form. And what's going to be a little bit tricky is note once you complete it, it'll still show you that it's incomplete or late. You just have to wait until I grade it on the weekend. Okay. So finish last week's assignments and then do this Get to Know Mr. Ing. It's a 9-minute video. Get to know about my family, places I've taught at. And then WAG 2 is this week's. So there's the Google Slides I'm talking through. E-Sign syllabus, same thing. It's going to be a Google form. Just wait till I grade it over the weekend. You have until Friday. 2.4 motivational quote. It has directions in there. And then you'll actually bring something to me in class by Friday. I'll probably say on Friday, pass up your motivational quotes. So just put it in your backpack and keep it there. And then something that's new is part of your grade will have these like discussions or online work. Well, basically this one just says, let's go to it. You're going to write down a 3-2-1. So it has to be 100 words minimum. You're going to read this article about the tuna king. And, you'll read about someone who just loves something. And because they love it so much, they want others to enjoy it too. And you might be thinking, I don't know if I can do that about math, but say, hey, it's not bad to go from, I hate math to math is okay to then say I love math. When you're done, you have to respond to 2 classmates, 10-word minimum, and then you'll get full credit for that. Okay, so those are the things you got to do. Finish strong this week. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
That's all for today, Rebels. Have a mathematical Monday.
M is for measurement units. A is for complex algorithms. T is for translations, transversals, and trapeziums. H is for the height of any shape that you desire. And math is all that is surrounding you. Math is so much more than 2 + 2. You can understand it. Take that number and divide it. Math was made for me and you.